Don't forget to unmute.
Thank you. We were just saying the same thing. All right. I think I'm still sharing my screen. What's this? And then no one can see us on. Can you still see us on video? No. Mike, can you see us on video?
Yes, sorry, I forgot I muted. Yes, actually, right now I can just see you because of the way my screen's set up. But yes, I can see you.
Okay.
Is that a phone number? Or
It is. It's a phone number. All right.
You want me to accept them into the meeting?
Yeah, I think I hit the button.
Yep, you got it.
Wait.
Yeah. Now I can see you up top. Yep, you're good.
Okay.
All three of you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck.
Thank you. All right, we'll go ahead and get going. For those of you guys who just entered, just note that the meeting is being recorded, and as the top of the screen says, by continuing to be in the meeting, you are consenting to be recorded. Hello, everyone, and good afternoon. Thank you for attending the annual Pennsylvania Insurance Department Section 1332 Reinsurance Public Forum. My name is Shannon Logue, and I'm the Deputy Insurance Commissioner at the department. As you may have noticed, this session is being recorded. By continuing to participate in the meeting, you are consenting to being recorded, and a link to the recording of this public forum will be posted on the department website to allow other interested parties to provide comment during our open comment period, which ends June 30th, 2023. When you entered the virtual room, you may have been muted, so please remember to use the meeting controls to unmute and ask questions or provide comments. You can also use the chat feature to type a question or make a comment, and we will address questions following this presentation. Microsoft Teams has a live caption feature, which can display live captions and make the meeting more inclusive for participants who are deaf or hard of hearing, people with different levels of language proficiency, and participants in loud places. I'm sorry, I missed that one up. In loud places, giving them the greatest opportunity to follow along. If you navigate to your meeting controls and select those three dots for more options, select turn on live captions to enable this feature. Currently, the only language available for live caption is English. Notice that captions may be less accurate if there's a lot of background noise or if multiple attendees are speaking simultaneously. So to kick us off, I'm actually going to turn it over to Katie Merritt.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Katie Merritt. I am the Department of Insurance's Policy Director, and I'm joined today by my colleagues, Deputy Commissioner Shannon Logue, Director Lindsay Swartz, Actuary Supervisor Dave Yannick, and our department's Health Insurance Counsel, Sandy Eichma. Today, we will provide a high-level overview of the Commonwealth's reinsurance program, also called PA-RE. Our presentation will include the plan year 2024 reinsurance parameter settings. Then we will discuss the public comment period timeframe and plan to end with plenty of time for your questions and comments. To discuss Act 42 and Section 1332, I'm going to turn it over to Sandy Eichma, our Health Insurance Counsel.
Thanks, Katie, and welcome everyone. Act 42 is a law that was signed in July of 2019 by Governor Wolf, and it authorizes the insurance department to do three things. First, establish a state-based exchange, which has been established, and you now know it as PENNI, P-E-N-N-I-E. Second thing is to submit a 1332 waiver application specific to a reinsurance program, and we did that in February of 2020. And then third was to secure funding for the reinsurance program, which began, the program itself began on January 1, 2021. The term Section 1332 comes from a section of the Affordable Care Act that allows a state to pursue innovative programs and modify the rules outlined in the Affordable Care Act, or ACA. A state may do this to tailor healthcare coverage options to meet the unique needs of its market and its residents. A 1332 waiver program, by lowering the cost of individual health insurance in the state, saves the federal government money that it otherwise would have spent on the state's residents through the ACA's financial affordability programs. Those are the premium tax credits and cost sharing reductions, or CSRs. But those federal funds still come to Pennsylvania. They come through the waiver because the waiver reallocates those funds to state-specific initiatives so long as certain guardrails are met. Another way of saying that is that the federal funds are passed through to the state, in this case Pennsylvania, to benefit Pennsylvanians. Currently, there are about 16 states, as you can see on the map, including Pennsylvania, that have received 1332 waivers. Most of them are to implement reinsurance programs that are measurably lowering premiums for their residents. Now, I mentioned a couple of guardrails, and these are guardrails that make sure that the program stays within the bounds of the Affordable Care Act. So when we establish the state reinsurance program, PA-RE, we have to assure that the program stays within 4 guardrails. Coverage needs to be at least as comprehensive as ACA coverage. It needs to be at least as affordable as ACA coverage. It needs to be available to a comparable number of state residents, and it may not increase the federal deficit. All of those are guardrails that PA-RE satisfies, so we have the program in place and we are allowed to operate our 1332 reinsurance program. Now, what coverage does that waiver impact? It does not affect Medicaid, Medicare, CHIP, Veterans Administration Health Insurance Plan, self-insurance plans through your employer, self-funded plans, or other employer-based coverage. Rather, the waiver addresses the private individual health insurance market only. So now for an update on PA-RE's parameter setting for plan year 2024, I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Commissioner Shannon Logue.
Thank you, Sandy. So again, we're going to go through a few updates that describe how the program works to include funding and how the parameters are set annually. And as you can see illustrated on the slide, the program is funded by both the state user fee and the federal government reinsurance contribution. The state user fee is assessed on insurers that sell coverage through the exchange that used to go to the federal government to run the exchange. Because Pennsylvania now has a state-based exchange, as you heard, called Penny, some of the user fee can go to the reinsurance program. The federal portion, based on subsidy premium savings, is also called the pass-through funds. Together, these funds are used to reimburse qualified individual market health insurers for those qualified claims that fall within the reinsurance parameters. I think I have to admit something. All right, the federal portion based on subsidy premium savings is called the pass-through funds, and together these funds are used to reimburse qualified individuals, market health insurers for those qualified claims that fall within those parameters. And each year the state works with actuarial experts, the insurers, and Penny to determine what the upcoming year's parameters could be. You will notice that the reinsurance program total pools of funds will fluctuate from year to year as those amounts differ. So how does the reinsurance program work? When a company provides health insurance, they provide insurance coverage for many people. And there are times when claims are extremely high due to the nature of an illness or injury of an individual. So insurance companies need to collect enough premiums from all of their insureds to pay all of their claims, including potential claims with really high medical costs. So under this program, reinsurance will reimburse qualified health insurers for a portion at a co-insurance rate of qualified claims above a certain threshold, which we call the attachment point, and use up to a set cap, which is the reinsurance cap. See that on the screen, we have the reinsurance cap, the co-insurance rate, and the attachment point as illustrated. By removing some of the high medical cost claims from their calculation of premium rates, insurers can reduce the amount of premium those insureds pay because some of those high medical costs are paid by reinsurance. For the current year of the program, which began on January 1st, 2023, the adopted parameters were an attachment point of 60,000, a cap of 100,000, and the coinsurance rate of 53%. The parameters for plan year 2024, which go into effect January 2024, are based on our current projections of utilization and healthcare cost trends. So the coinsurance rate we have, which has been published, is 50%, where you can see the reinsurance cap stayed at 100, as well as the attachment point staying at 60,000. So this year, the public comments are being collected by our policy director, Katie Merritt.
Thanks, Shannon. On May 27th, we published the annual bulletin announcing this public forum and the comment period. We have a 30-day public comment period currently open, which began on Thursday, June 1st, and will end this coming Friday, June 30th. Comments may be sent via email to RA-IN-PA1332 waiver@pa.gov, and the email is also listed on the screen here. Or you may submit comments via postal mail to the Pennsylvania Insurance Department, 1332 Innovation Waiver. Attention, Katie Merritt, Policy Director, and the address is 1326 Strawberry Square, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and the zip code is 17120. For additional reinsurance program information and updates, visit our dedicated webpage at www.insurance.pa.gov/PA1332 waiver. For specific questions about our reinsurance parameters, feel free to reach out to the Bureau of Life, Accident, and Health Rates and Forms via mail or email at ra-rateform@pa.gov. Also, we wanted to share multiple channels for you to connect with us and keep up with news related to the department, including phone, website, email, Facebook, and Twitter. At this time, we will open it up for questions, and please remember to unmute or use the chat feature in Teams to ask your question or to make your comment. We will be accepting those now.
For those of you guys who have joined, if you don't mind announcing yourself, I can see someone that has a phone number that begins with 610. Who's on the call, and then if you can also identify your company, that'd be really helpful.
Sure, this is Colleen Downey with Independence Blue Cross.
See a couple of folks from Pennsylvania Insurance Department, so Galen Martin, I see you, as well as Lindsay's on. And then Robert, I see you on as well.
Hi, yes, Robert Axelrod with Oscar Health.
Thank you for joining. Do you guys have any questions? And if you want to type in the chat, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Okay, assuming there are no additional questions, I'll go to the next slide.
Thank you for your participation today. If you have additional comments or questions, please feel free to submit them to the email or the mail address previously provided. We will be here until 2 p.m. So feel free to make comments, ask questions during the next couple minutes. But other than that, thank you so much for your attendance today, and hope you have a great rest of your day.
it